I like Final Fantasy 14. I played it all the way up till Stormblood, and then they just kept releasing expansions. They just kept releasing expansions. I couldn't keep up. So eventually I stopped. What's up, guys? It's the Gaming Zone bringing you your daily gaming news. And without further ado, let's get into it. So our first story for today, with all the PSN stuff that's been going on, Sony not caring about their customers, and the account linking that was supposed to go on with Helldivers 2. I previously said in my last video that I wasn't sure if I was getting Ghost of Tsushima because I think that they will require you to hook up the game to the PSN. It turns out I was right, and that's exactly what they need you to do, but it only is required for multiplayer and not single player. Either way, I'm not connecting my Steam account to the PSN for any reason. Multiplayer or single is not happening. Let's get into the article. PSN account required for Ghost of Tsushima multiplayer mode on PC, but not single player story. Ghost of Tsushima, the hit 2020 PlayStation exclusive samurai game, rise onto PC on May 16th. And ahead of the game's launch there, developer Sucker Punch Production has revealed players will not need a PlayStation Network account to play through the game's single-player story mode, as reported by Video Games Chronicle. However, a PSN account will be required to play through Ghost of Tsushima's multiplayer Legends mode, or if you want to use the new PlayStation PC overlay to require trophies and more. This following news from last week, where PlayStation announced and later walked back that the Helldivers 2 players will soon require a link to the PSN account to their Steam account, leading to widespread anger in the gaming community. It seems Sucker Punch is looking to get ahead of this by revealing its PSN plans ahead of the game's launch in 10 days. If you're unfamiliar with Ghost of Tsushima Legends, it's a standalone multiplayer experience that allows you and up to 3 other players to fight against enemies in special missions, defeat waves of foes, and complete raids. A PSN account will be required to play Legends, but if you want to play through the game's story, you won't need one. Ghost of Tsushima hit PlayStation 4 on July 17, 2020, before launching on the PS5 with a director's cut on August 20th, 2021. This is the version of the game hitting the PC in 10 days on May 16, 2024. My opinion on this is that I don't care. I said earlier, you're not getting me. 1 second is going to be, yeah, you just need it for the multiplayer. And then a month later is going to be, yeah, well, but we're switching it so that, everyone could have it. It's a safety issue. It's a security issue. You're not getting me, Sony. You're not getting me. On our next topic, Nintendo Direct confirms for June, focusing on Switch titles for the late 2024, but no information is given on the Switch 2. At least not yet. Me personally, I never owned a Switch. I played with the Switch multiple times through multiple sources, Super Smash Bros, Mario Kart, all those type of games. I never actually owned a Switch myself though. Depending on what the Switch 2 has, what games may come out for it, I just might be getting a Switch 2. Won't know until we actually cross that road. Nintendo will hold its traditional June Nintendo Directive this year, the company has confirmed. In a statement published alongside its latest financial results, President Shintaro Furukawa said the June Directive would not include any information on the company's next game console. We will be holding a Nintendo Direct this year in June regarding the Nintendo Switch software lineup for the latter half of 2024, but please be aware that there will be no mention of Nintendo Switch successor during that presentation, he said. In a typical statement covering its forecast for the fiscal year ahead, Nintendo said it will continue to convey the appeal of Nintendo Switch and continually release new offerings so consumers could keep using the console. Looking ahead, Nintendo said we have other titles planned for release, such as Paper Mario: The Thousand Years Door and Luigi's Mansion 2 HD. Other software publishers also plan to release a wide variety of titles, and we will work to invigorate the platform by supplementing existing titles with a continuous stream of new titles and add-on content. Dr. Serkan Toto, CEO of Tokyo-based game industry consultant Canton Games, told VGC that Nintendo's 13.5 million sales forecast for Switch this fiscal year could suggest some notable software releases. You never know with Nintendo, but it looks like they're treating 2024 as a bridge year before the new consoles come out, he said. 13.5 million units is a very aggressive target for hardware sales that late in the life cycle, so it either has some bangers to release this fiscal or it will finally cut prices at some point in the near future. I never bid super big on Nintendo. Nintendo does have some great games. I'm not mad at people who do play Nintendo. I think Nintendo is great. Overall, I'm happy for the people that are happy for this. On our last topic for the day, Final Fantasy XIV hit with a DDoS attack. Malicious actors target the Final Fantasy XIV servers with a DDoS attack, disrupting players of the critically acclaimed MMORPG in the process. Final Fantasy XIV is currently being targeted by a DDoS attack, causing disruption to fans attempting to play the game. Until it's resolved, Final Fantasy XIV players may want to hold off on attempting to log into the critically acclaimed MMORPG. It is no exaggeration to say that Final Fantasy XIV is one of the biggest MMORPGs on the market. The game developers are currently putting the finishing touches on Dawn Trail, meaning that players are starting to flock back to the game to prepare for the new expansion's impending release. Unfortunately, Final Fantasy XIV's popularity has attracted the attention of some malicious actors on May 6. Fans began experiencing severe server problems while trying to log in and play Final Fantasy XIV. Many suspected a DDoS attack, causing it to trend on Twitter before Final Fantasy confirmed the cyber assault was occurring and revealed it was investigating the incident and working on countermeasures. However, until it is resolved, players on all Final Fantasy XIV servers should expect disconnects, difficulties logging in, and disruptions during the gameplay. This is a tweet from one of the players on Final Fantasy XIV, Aubrey. Sorry, I don't read these symbols right here. That explains it. Seems like there has been a DDoS attack on multiple Final Fantasy XIV servers throughout the data centers across the world, not just NA or EU. Japan and Oceania have been affected as well, and the Final Fantasy XIV team is currently looking into fixing the issue. And right now it has 1.3k likes. What is a DDoS attack? DDoS stands for Distributed Denial of Service. The underhanded tactic is used to disrupt online services and games by flooding servers with hundreds or thousands of bots who send false login attempts and other useless information to the target. Akin to clogging a highway with empty cars to slow down the traffic of real drivers, these malicious cyber attacks can plague just about any online server, including live service games like Overwatch 2 and MMORPGs like Final Fantasy XIV. And I guess this right here is like a chart. Oh no, never mind. These are just images. There are ways to counter and shut down DDoS attacks, but they often take time to implement, as there are multiple ways these attacks can manifest. Final Fantasy XIV is actively searching for the assailant, so hopefully the issue can be resolved before long. In the meantime, players may want to avoid the game entirely because those who attempt to brave may encounter unexpected issues, such as an unavoidable Cosmo attack in the Omega Protocol as shared by Final Fantasy XIV fan Aruzana. Dawn Trail itself is set to release on July 2nd, but all players can get started in early access on June 28th. If they pre-purchase the Final Fantasy XIV expansion, fans should be aware that any MMORPG expansion release can come with its own login issues, even without DDoS attacks. Hopefully, the recent server upgrades and expansions could help Final Fantasy XIV's next release have a smooth launch and that no further DDoS attacks plague it. I like Final Fantasy XIV. I played it all the way up till Stormblood, and then they just kept releasing expansions. They just kept releasing expansions. I couldn't keep up. So eventually I stopped. I hope they fix this though. The game is really good, and I would hate to see it go down because of a couple of idiots. And that's all that I have for you guys today. If you made it this far and you like what you heard, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you made it this far and you didn't like what you heard, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. I am the Gaming Zon, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Peace.